Shalom, this is Kapadia, a.k.a. Pops, out of GMS Chicago, with another sit-down. Before I get started, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, I want to send double honors because they do real well. To the brethren around the world pushing this truth, uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly, declaring the prophecies correctly and directly, and the interaction of those self-same prophecies with the people on the planet. I send salutations. To the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. To the few aquaf that's listening sincerity and charity, keep doing so. But for the scorn and scoff of reprobate 2/3 Israelites like this woman here and the 17 other nations, you know what's coming. You know what time it is. So I'm not going to even go and explain it anymore because it's going to be like a thief in the night to you anyway. So with that having been said, you can see the title, Wicked Black Woman Display Ignorance of the Scriptures. I've got a couple things keyed up here as far as what she says, because she kept calling for a scripture, and I'm going to go into that scripture, okay? And the deepness of this scripture that she calls for is so above her head that the brother literally said it to her, and she wasn't even able to receive it. So I'm gonna key this up, let this go, and then we go into this scripture that she speak of, okay? And let it come out. So with that, here we go. This is John 1:12 that she actually called for. But let this brother say, show the ignorance of this woman showing the ignorance of the scripture.
Men of the Lord, and you not in fear of these words over here, because no matter how many times these brothers will bring out a scripture, you think you got to counter scripture, and then you don't even fully understand it. I got something for you.
She'll bring out a scripture, and then she don't even understand the scripture. Because now let me key this back to that should be about this. Go back just a little bit more. Okay, that should be about the spot. And let me let this come through.
If you read the Bible, it says you have to have precept upon precept, line upon line.
He gave the power to become the Son of God, even to them that believe on His.
Okay. John 1:12. Y'all heard what she said. John 1:12. Okay? Back up just a little bit. Again. And we're going to let it kick back through just one more time. There we go. We're going to let it come through one more time.
If you read the Bible, it says you have to have precept upon precept, line upon line.
He gave the power to become the Son of God, even to them that believe on His name.
No.
That's what the scripture said. John 1:12.
Hey, look. I'm going to show you how much sense this makes. How can...
John 1:12. So y'all heard her. Stand on it. Stand on it. Then I'm the guy that's there. And I'm going to actually, and with this, I actually goes into John 1:12 and read it. And she didn't want to deal with it. So now let's go and deal with John 1:12 because she showed her ignorance and argued and argued and argued. So it is what it is. But now let's go to that same scripture. She said John 1:12. So we go to John 1:12 because I went there. Okay. I don't want to lose where I'm at there. So, because there's some poignant things here in 56 too. But let me go to John 1 and 12 first. So I've got it actually keyed up over here on my other phone and whatnot, but I'm using that as the, I guess, the reference because I got to record everything through this one. So John 1 and 12. Okay? But as we always say, read up a little bit and read down. Okay? Now, John 1 and 12. This is what she quoted, or this is what she wanted. But as many as received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. Okay? Now, let's go up just a little bit. Okay? For it says, John 1 and 10, he was in the world. And see, you hear that word world and think it means oikoumene, because that's what she's obviously quoting it, because she's saying that anybody can receive salvation. But that word world there is the old Greek 2889, which is cosmos. Okay? A harmonious arrangement, a constitution, order, or government. And I use that breakdown all the time. I say when you look at the whole entire galaxy, that's when you're trying to take in all the stars and all the constellations and all the planets that you can see in the region or whatever. But you can't see the whole region because it's too vast. So when you're looking at a particular group, like when you look up there and you see the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, you're looking at a constitution, a particular order, or a particular set. Okay? Esau throws the junk in it by number 3. Okay, see, because you got 1 and 2 saying the same thing. Ornament, decoration, adornment, i.e. the arrangement of the stars, the heavenly hosts, as the ornament of the heavens. Okay, like I said, the Big Dipper, Little bit, blah, blah, blah. This is the bone that Esau puts in here. The world, the universe. That ain't what it says, because the word for the entire planet is oikoumene. Okay, the circle of the earth, the circle of the earth. See, that's oikoumene. That's not that. The inhabitants of the earth. See, this is all this 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7 is all part of the bones that he threw in here. Okay, these are all parts of the bones. The first 2 is what's on point. Okay. All right. Let me see what we got here. 6, the ungodly multitude, the whole mass of men alienated from God and therefore hostile to the cause of Mashiach. Okay, like I said, 6, you got to be able to explain. Okay, the ungodly multitude. Why? Because you do have an ungodly multitude, which is even of Israel. That's called the 2/3. Okay, because as Scripture says, not all of Israel is Israel. And John 3:16 says what? But then John 17 and 9 says what? So you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try to keep this simple. But she quoted such a deep scripture when you go in and you look at it thoroughly that it takes on so much that I'm going to try to keep this short in the process of. Okay, so he came to his own. Okay, now 10. He was in the world. He was in Israel. And Israel, the world, Israel was made by him. Okay, and the world knew him not. Now, everything was made by Yahweh Shai. No doubt about that. But when you look at that particular world, then it's talking about he came into a particular group and they knew him not. And those was the Israelites that at that time, when they offered him up for the thief Barabbas and the whole deal. So the Israelites didn't want to be bothered with him. But even then, you had a few that was standing around, some of his disciples, and these people, and the ones that had followed him, that was there. But the bulk of it wasn't messing with him. When it came time to persecute him, he came into his own. Now, here's where it gets good. He came into his own, right? Let's look at that. That's G2398. Pertaining to oneself, one's own, belonging to oneself. Okay, so now let's go to John 17:9. Like I said, John 17:9, because you got John 3:16, but let's go to 17:9. I pray not for them. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. There's that same G2889, which is that particular group or arrangement of stars. The same three that fell. When it says a third of the stars fell from heaven in Revelation, it's talking about the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Why? Because the northern kingdom, which was Issachar, Ephraim, and all those others of northern kingdom, had already came over here to the Americas, South, Central, and North America. They was already over here. Okay? So when in Revelations, when it's talking about a third of the stars, it's talking about the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay? A third. 3 of the tribes of the 12. Okay? Actually, 4 of the tribes of the 12, because Judah, Benjamin, and Levi is the third. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12. Or, okay, well, however that goes. Okay? So with that being said, he says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So they are thine. Thine. So he prays for those. That's who he sends his prayers up for. The elect. Okay? So if he's not praying for the world, how can all of the world then be able to be saved? Or she said, whoever can be the sons of God. So now we're going to go back to that. John 1 and 12 again. 11. But as many as, okay, he came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them he gave the power to become the what? The sons of God. Let's go to the sons, because that's what I looked. Offspring, children. Metaphorically, a name transferred to the intimate and reciprocal relationship formed between man of the bonds of love, relationship, trust, blah, blah, blah. An affectionate address such as patrons, helpers, teachers, and the like employed. My child. In the New Testament, pupils or disciples are called children of their teachers. And so, who was he going to? Now, let's go, read through that now. Let's go to 4. Children of God in the Old Testament, the people of Israel, as especially dear to the Most High in New Testament and Paul's writings. Like I said, like the young man said that was behind the camera, you don't know what you understand. It says the sons of God. So now, let's close this out and go back here and get to read. As men received of him, he gave power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. Okay? Now, can she understand that? Did she understand that? No. Okay? But let's go here. I want to go into Acts. Okay? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Let's go into Acts. Okay. Because see, she want to open it up and this, that, and the other. Because she see that sons and think that's everything. But like I said, right there, that explains itself. But now we go into Acts. Okay. because we said he didn't change. You hear us say he don't change and all this other kind of stuff, and I'm gonna go back and play part of that clip and he say he doesn't change. Let's go to Acts. Was it 8? Yeah, 8. 26. Let's go to Acts 8 and 26. Okay, Acts 8 and 26. This is talking about the Ethiopian. And the angel of the Lord spake unto Philip, saying, Arise and go toward the south unto the way that goeth down from Jerusalem unto Gaza, which is desert. And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure, had come to worship, had come to Jerusalem to worship. Okay? See, you see this and you want to think that this, that, and the other. Okay? Or that is open for everybody. But an Ethiopian but a eunuch is a what? Okay? Let me see, where is it at? A eunuch. A bedkeeper, bed guard, superintendent of the bedchamber in the palace of Oriental monarchs, who served numerous wives, the superintendent of the woman's apartment or harem, an office held by eunuchs, an emasculated male, a eunuch in Oriental courts, blah, 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 held by the eunuchs of Oriental court, held by other officers of greater, held by Ethiopian eunuch, mentioned in Acts. One naturally incapacitated for marriage, begetting children, one who voluntarily abstains from marriage. One who voluntarily abstains from marriage. Okay? Sometimes a person could wind up having been castrated, but like I said, one that abstains from marriage. So that's a eunuch. Why would he be going to Jerusalem then? He's an Ethiopian. Now, he's an Israelite that is in servitude in Ethiopia. And he was allowed to come from there because he had rank as an Israelite to go home and worship. Why? Because he's observing the law. All the males are told that they have to at least 3 times a year go back to Jerusalem for certain festivals. Period. And that's what this eunuch was observing. And he wouldn't have been doing that as an Ethiopian. He would be doing that as an Israelite. So she didn't know what she was talking about as far as who could be saved. Because even though they have other titles, they are these people, okay? Okay. And he arose and went and ran into the Ethiopian, verse 7, came to Jerusalem to worship, and was returning and sitting in his chariot, reading Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, Go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and read the prophet Isaiah, basically Isaiah, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I accept some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. And the place of the scripture which he read was this: He was led as a sheep to the slaughter, and like a lamb dumb before his shearer, so he opened not his mouth. Okay. So this is all about this eunuch that was an Israelite that was in charge of Candace the Queen's whole scenario, okay? And he had went to Jerusalem. But she see this and think that it's open for everybody. Or make a statement like that of John 1 and 12 and think it's open for everybody. But it's not, okay? Because it says eunuch, right? So now let me go and show you something here. Because see, it's not a coincidence that this is a eunuch that this happened to. Okay, let me show you that this is not an incident, this is not an accident, that this was done with a eunuch. Why? Because the scripture, because the Lord said he told the end from the beginning. So we're going to go into Isaiah, and this is the bounce around part to make it stick. Isaiah 56. Keep this kind of. I'm trying to keep this kind of short. Okay, Isaiah 56. I'm gonna go about 3. Start in about 3. Neither let the son of a stranger. Here we go again. And we say it doesn't change, right? So let's start at 1. Thus says Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that layeth hold on it, and keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil. Grab these scriptures, hold on to them, adhere your life to them to the best of your ability in a land of drawing waters. Okay? Because you say, blessed is the man, huh? Also says, blessed is the man whose sin isn't imputed to him. Okay, but now number 3. Neither let the son of the stranger, foreign, alienist, that which is foreign God, alien, foreigner. Foreign. See, they see this and lose their mind. Let's go a little bit further in. To recognize, acknowledge, know, respect, discern, regard. To be recognized, to regard, to regard, observe, pay attention to, regard, notice, to recognize, as formerly known. Though you once knew this, that scripture, though you once knew this. Okay. Let me find that real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me find this. Jude 1 and 5. So you once knew this. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's go to Jude 1 and 5 real quick. I'm bouncing now because that's what the scripture said you'll wind up doing. If you're a prophet and you're breaking stuff down, or I should say, if you're a man of the Lord and been drawn from the breast and from milk, this is one of the things you got to do. You got to be able to bounce around and make the point. So Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, and that having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroy them that believe not. So he go put you in remembrance of things, okay? Though you once knew these things. Oh, sorry about that. Hit the wrong button on the wrong part. Let me go back here. Wrong button on the wrong part. Okay, so once knew this. So now let's go back to this John. Was I there? I moved. Okay. Were born, as many as received him not, gave the power to become the sons of God, even to them that believed on his name. Where did I slide to? Okay, so, as many as we, no, actually I had slid over to Isaiah. So, sorry about that. I slid into the Isaiah. Okay. I'm trying not to have this be too long. But like I said, it was a real deep scripture that she went to use, but she don't know it. Isaiah, and like the young man said. Right there, I'm going to go back to 3. Okay. Neither let the son of a stranger that have joined himself to Yahweh speak, saying, Yahweh have utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. If you've been wounded in the stones, you're not supposed to be able to come into the congregation, okay, on that type of thing. But that's why I read it and showed you. It doesn't have to be someone that was wounded. It can also be someone that just abstains from sex. Joseph wasn't a eunuch when he was down there in Egypt, but he had access to Pharaoh's wife, but he chose not to sleep with her, okay, and was thrown in jail because she wanted to get at him and he didn't want her, okay. For thus says Yahweh unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths. The eunuchs. Official eunuch. Okay? So this isn't a coincidence that over there and that and this here, as far as the eunuch and being able to connect this, is there. Okay? It's in Acts and in this. Okay? Ethiopian. So you want to open it up for everybody, but it's not meant for everybody. It's actually meant for Israel and the elect of Israel. Period. She said John 1 and 12. Y'all heard her. We could go back to that part of it. So she quoted a scripture, not knowing the understanding of that same scripture. She quoted it, not understanding that same scripture. So,
everybody receive salvation, right?
Don't
You in the
say
kingdom,
just
don't
the
every
Israelites.
kingdom have subjects.
Go to John
So everybody,
1:12.
it was promised
God
that they
said,
Israel
any Israelite that receives me, it
If
says
everybody's a king
to
and priest,
implement.
who's going to serve them? This is Revelation. Everybody is a king.
John 1.
who can serve them? See what I'm saying? Who can serve them? The ones that once remembered. The ones that was there. The ones that the law, statutes, and commandments was given to. That's who can serve him. The 17 other nations can't. And the 2/3 are predestined that they won't. These are the Israelite foreigners. These are the ones that got to be brought back. The elect is the ones that are being brought back to the Commonwealth. But she wants to open it up for everybody.
Read John 1:12. No, read one of my scriptures. John 1:12.
This is Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. He's going to give him power over the nations. That means there will be somebody ruling and that's going to be subjects. That's simple, man. We're subjects in this society. You have rulers here, man. The elites in this society, they rule. They call the shots, all right? And we're just workers, man.
Wait a minute.
I got this John 1 and 12. No, I got your John 1 and 12. And I found the word that you want to think. And I'm about to show you in the Greek what it actually means. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on him in his name. Okay, now,
Anybody.
that's what you said, right? That's the one you said.
You heard her. Anybody. The sons of God, I read it to her. The sons of God, and she said anybody. Peep this.
Standing on, right? Okay. No. That's the one you're standing on.
I can stand on. I got many scriptures.
I got them too, but you're not hearing it. But I'm bringing the one that you said.
Anybody who calls on the name of the Lord shall.
See, there's that John 3:16, but y'all saw me going to John 17:9 in this same scriptures. I mean, in the same book. That's why I said this ain't new for us. This ain't new for us. We know what this bullshit Baptist religion or whatever here in America. Okay, whether it be the down south religion or whatever, all of it is just stemmed off this Catholic bullshit. Okay. We done did this. So we know where you going. I'm going to end it.
Don't say calls on my name. It said anybody that calls on my name shall.
It didn't say anybody. It said the sons of God. I found the scripture. I knew what she was talking about, and I went straight to the word that she think opens it up. It doesn't say anybody. It says the sons of God, who can be the sons of God.
He don't leave no man out. He don't leave no.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. No. Let me go here. That word she's talking about is tekna. Okay, it's tekna. Now, that's a Greek word. It's 5043. Let me go here. Children of God in the Old Testament, the people of Israel, as a special deal to God in the New Testament, in Paul's writings, who are led by the Spirit of God and thus related to God. In the New Testament, pupil or disciple. So who can be a pupil or a disciple? You got to be an Israelite. You can't be a foreigner. You can't be that.
Jesus broke down into the wrong position.
See, Jesus broke down. She ain't even got the right name. So I'm going to end it right there. I'm not going to have to go any further, but that's why I said she quoted the scripture like the young brother said. She didn't understand it and the whole deal. So with that, let's go back here to 13, 17, and I'm going to let him reiterate one more time what she don't get. Let's let it reiterate it one more time.
Then you would be in fear of him. But see, you're not in fear of the men of the Lord. And you're not in fear of these words over here. Because no matter how many times these brothers will bring out a scripture, you think you got to counter scripture. And then you don't even fully understand it.
Period. Don't fully understand. So with that, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory again out to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. Again, double honors because they do real well to the brethren around the world, pushing the truth uncut, unfiltered. Send salutations. Hopefully, hope that's edifying. Akwaf, the few Akwaf that's listening, sincerity, charity, keep doing so. But for the scorn and scoff of reprobate 2/3 Israelites, like this on the screen, and others, and 17 other nations, you know what's happening with that. Shalom.